Hey guys, Cosmos with the update for the power. So as you can see, my new 200 amp main panel going to the house. Here's my current setup. This is 100 amps, and then my sub panel. Currently I put an 80 amp in here for the sub panel, and I run just shy of like 35-ish amps or so. So we got everything pushed out because, as I told you guys, Tuesday's the big day. So I'm kind of cleaning things out, and as you'll notice, my garage has started to free up a bit. So the garage is freed up because everything's moving to the shed now, and I'm really excited about it. This has been a huge project, and it's taken a long time to get everything here, but we got some snow last night. So as you can see, my winter wonderland. But I was going to show you guys, if you saw my Twitter, I posted pics of the hole. So this is where I had to dig through and trench in so we could put the power and run it, because you have to run it underground, because you can't have the power line exposed like that to coming into let me do it fancy. I'll open the door for you guys. Okay, so as you can see, I've got my new floodlight installed and ready. And so when we open, I've been cleaning, but obviously I've been trailing some snow in as I'm moving some stuff in. I'll have switches for the shop lights. So I had shop lights installed, wires are all run. I have some what do they call them? Convenience, that's the word. Convenience plugs here, so like I could set up a test bench here, and I'll be able to test some cards with a pretty good load, because as you can see, the exhaust fans at max, they run 0.83 amps. So I'm going to have a 20 amp 110 come through for the shop lights and the floodlight and everything else, and the router too, or not my router, my network switch. So my exhaust fans will be ready. I have another convenience plug here, which I actually have no intention of using at all, but you never know, so I'd rather have it than not. So as you guys can see here, it's better this way, sorry. My network switches, I have a couple extras here, just if things go wrong. All my PDUs I've got sprawled out. I have just started moving things here. I have my octo boards out. You can see my idea now is I have these metal grates, but I didn't want to put the octoboard straight on, so I bought these just common cut, and I didn't even have to cut it. It's a perfect fit. So I've started bringing stuff in, and this is where the big load's going to happen. So here's my panel for the shed. I have my shed wired up. I've got my 100 amp breaker in here. And then I'm running 4 30 amps. And the reason that it's 4, because you're like, oh, 4 times 30 is 120. You have to remember you're always running 80%. As long as you're keeping within. Plus, on this, I'll be able to draw slightly more and not be in danger, because I'll be able to back up off the house. So I have a little overage here and a little play, but I intend to stay within my 80% rule. So each one of these here, so I have my 4 outlets for my PDUs right here on the wall, all nice. And I mean, man, we did a lot of work. We did a lot of work yesterday. It was a sweet 8-hour day. And this is the one I intend to use for my network switch. So my PDUs, I have extra PDUs too. I got a good bulk deal. So I intend to probably either stand them up along the rack here, or somehow tie them in along the long ways to each one, just depending on how much I'm pushing. So I don't intend to use more than 24 amps off of every PDU. And in here, I don't intend to draw more than 80 out of the shed if I have to. I'm going to get, sorry, it's really cold. I intend to get confirmation from my electrician tomorrow to see kind of like, well, say I did push my PD, you know what I mean? So I want to make sure if I was pushing 24 on each of these, that it's going to overflow onto the house. I do intend to remove one of the outlets in the garage Just because I won't be pushing as much in there. I intend to keep possibly just the 1 metered PDU in there, just for overflow and to run some fun and possibly leave room for upgrades. So as I start looking, because my intent is to get into 30 series cards, obviously is probably most of our intent is, but you know, as they come available, they'll come available. But right now, basically, I'm going to be running 148 RX, 148 580s, 8 gigs. I have 9 5600 XTs, and currently I have 4 3060s. All the 3060s I bought at MSRP, I've got from drops from Best Buy, just like the rest of you guys that are out there. I have not paid any overage on anything. I've just been waiting patiently, and as time comes, I get them. Some other things I'm working on is I'm working on weather sealing. Not just weather sealing. One of my main concerns I thought about is like bugs. So in the summer, I want to try to keep the bugs out. So I'm gonna have to go get more, but I was gonna caulk all the cracks in the wood. It's a beautiful shed, but I definitely debated it, and I definitely need to do it. And I might try to go get some weather stripping for in here around the door. So if I shut the door, you can see I might try to get some weather stripping. Just, again, not because I'm keeping the elements. I'm not keeping the weather out. Just keeping the weather out. I want to keep the bugs out. So, yeah. And then Tuesday, when they come to do the power, my guy is also coming to do repairs on the shed from the first delivery, and we're going to build kind of covers for the intakes, because currently it does draft and some of the snow is kind of coming through. So you need like a fan hood of sorts, and that's what we're going to work on the intakes. It won't keep 100% of everything out, but my filters should be coming, and I did buy permanent filters, so those will be coming. There's a lot going on. A really busy week. I took off Tuesday and Wednesday from work because basically I got to be here when everybody's here on Tuesday, and I'm hoping Wednesday I can have everything up and running. My wife and I did make these on our Cricut, so these are pretty cool. They're holographic. I don't know. It's just cool things. This is my first real big project that I've got to do, so I'm really excited. Still got a lot of work to do, a lot of moving to do, but I think honestly for right now, there's not much I can do until Tuesday, unfortunately, because I'm going to have to move the shelving out of his way so he can still get to the panel and work. But if you guys want to see the power, and I'll record some when they're here working on it, let me know. Until then, guys, catch you next time.